Cancer, and welcome to your January 2018 general reading. A lot of people are emailing me about the 2018 readings. I will not be doing them, okay, for my channel. I do them privately, and so I won't be doing them. There's so many good readers in here who are doing them. If you do want a private 2018 reading, my details are on in the about section, and I actually use we go around the astrological wheel, so we combine the planetary shifts with the tarot. Okay, they're 2 hours long, Cancer, so they're taking a long time. So you want to get one major arcana here, and it's the Lover's card. Okay, that's your outcome, and I've got a sort of interesting feeling here, Cancer, that some of you, it might not be for everyone, that you're waiting on something. Okay, 2 really strong meanings, because you've got the 3 of Wands here. This 3 of Wands can be about waiting for your ships to come in. You might be waiting on news from someone because it's with the Knight of Swords. Or the 3s are about expansion beyond our current situations. It's the Fool's journey. We all go through the same archetypes. So he's at this 3 and he's looking out into the ocean. There's a bird flying and he's considering this expansion, what his new potentials are, and where his desire energy wants to go, because the Wands are about desires, are about potential and new life. Okay, some of you might be waiting on news from someone. By the way, there's no way around it with that Knight of Swords. Or there's news coming your way from afar. Although I think some of you are wanting expansion, because that Knight of Swords is quite an expansive energy. And he goes forward and he doesn't always think of the consequences. And sometimes, Cancer, if you think of the Fool doesn't always consider the consequences either. So there's a desire for new life here, to move forward, maybe quite rapidly, okay? Because what you most desire is the Page of Wands, new potential, new growth. There's all the oranges behind him are about potentials, but there's one wand that's sticking out. Sometimes this appears when someone has got a few options, or they're a bit confused about where to put their life force and their energy. One wand is going to stick out. So there's one option that's more significant than the other options, Cancer. That's all I can say, okay? Your supportive energy is the Knight of Wands. So there's a lot of Wands energy. There's a lot of desire to expand. It's fire. Fire is about fun. It's about growth, new potentials, and it's very, very dynamic. You've got 2 knights, and the knights are speaking about quite fast forward motion. Okay, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, the 2 of them just go. Okay. So they make goals and they just do them. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is like slow, slow, slow. These guys, they've got a vision and they're about to go forward and manifest that vision. It could also be a fire sign, male or female, who's having quite an impact on you. He's actually your supportive energy. So it could be there's someone in your life who's supportive, which is great, basically, because they're helping you realise your potential. Now, sometimes people help us in ways that aren't always that apparent. They can be our worst nightmare, but because of that, they push us and propel us forward. Okay, Cancer, your challenge is the Queen of Swords. So some of you might be isolated from someone you love, okay? There's no way around it. With that 3 here, The Queen of Swords can be someone who feels a bit separate because she's not the most relational card. The Queen of Swords has a different purpose, okay? We all need her energy. She, if you look clearly, her third eye is wide open, it's lit up, and she's got the Sword of Truth, and she's dressed in the purples of the higher chakras, which means she wants to manifest a higher vision here, like the Three of Wands, like the Page of Wands, like the Knight of Wands. Okay, they're all saying the same thing, and she's trying to receive information. She's trying to know what is her clear path forward. It's going to be a challenge. Alternatively, some of you are separated from someone that you'd rather be united with. There's no way around it, Cancer, okay? Some of you might even be challenged to spend time alone. I don't know why she's your challenge. Only you really know. In your relationship house, you've got the Eight of Wands, so there's a lot of activity. This could be travelling, or someone could be travelling to you, because there is a bit of a theme about that. Some of you could be going on a trip with a loved one, but there's definitely a picture of some Cancers waiting for news of someone. Because of that, you feel quite isolated, and this Eight of Wands would be news coming your way, a lot of travel and a lot of energy, okay? So I really hope, Cancer, this energy, the Eight of Wands tends to be a really positive card. It's fun, it's exuberant, and it's got loads of energy. So I don't see any worry here. It might be the patience is the issue, or there might be a separation. The person's overseas and you're here. But for others, it's just a lot of activity in your relationship house. You could be going on a journey. It's just a really positive, light-hearted vibration, which is lovely. Around money and work, the Three of Discs. So Three of Discs can be about being promoted. It's a cooperation card. It's a 3. It's expansive again. So you might be wanting to expand your horizons around work. Sometimes start something new, okay? Or you might have, sometimes that Three of Discs represents working with people you'd rather not. Okay, sometimes it's a card of community and cooperation, and we don't always love it and we don't always like it, but that's what showed up. Some Cancers might be getting promoted, by the way, because he's got a disc in his hand. He's been given something, so there could be a change going on. Again, 3s are expansive, and they always include more than one person, okay? Your inner life, you've got the Four of Swords. I've got you very tired here, Cancer, okay? This is you at a soul level, and some Cancers need to recharge their batteries. They need to rest and recuperate. You know what? No wonder, because there's so much fire here. And I know that Knight of Swords is an air sign, but I always get him as fire because he moves so fast and so rapid. Because there's 2 3s, there's a lot of growth and there's a lot of new horizons, potentially, okay? And at a soul level, I just think you need to rest and recuperate here, okay? Outcome is a Lover's card. So, if there's any Cancers waiting on someone, that's you getting together at the end of January, okay? If not, and it's already an established relationship, it looks like you're spending time with a loved one. The Lovers has other meanings. It also represents choices, and it's about following our heart, like the Page of Wands, what you most want, okay? So for years, if this is not relationships, it's about something is sticking out for you, And I think it's about an opportunity for new creative projects, new learning, something new, okay? And you might have to make a choice. The Lover's card as a choice represents someone who's got to a fork in the road, and one side of the choice is to do the same thing he's always done, and the other choice is to choose this new pathway. And he has to go against all his conditioning and to follow his impulse and to follow his heart. In the Fool's journey, he follows his heart and he immediately becomes enlightened. Because you know what, Cancer, and I really, every single one of us have got survival needs. It's never going to go away, okay? But they're not meant to chain our soul, okay? At a soul level, we belong to the Page of Wands. We belong to what is my next step, what is my new growth, what wants to happen in my life, okay? I don't know, quite an interesting reading here, because there's definitely a relationship theme, but there's also a theme about following your heart and expanding to new potentials. There's no majors, so I'm not getting any big chaos for you this month. I'm not saying the majors are chaotic, but they can be quite intense lessons, can't they? They always require integration. I'm not getting that, so I'm getting a relatively calm month for you, Cancer, particularly with that Four of Swords at a soul level. Intriguing, okay? You can get me directly. My email is in the About section. If you want a 2018 reading, you know where to get me. Loads of love, Cancer. Bye.